slide today?
Well, because you've been saying we ain't checked in a while. Um, but just to get on here and check in and see what's going on, and then just make a general statement like I got a call from my sis last night. Somebody called her about a post that she did, not Rolanda, but my sis that runs a nonprofit, my other sis, and somebody kind of tried to check her on a post that she put, just in general, because we have been in a lot of meetings, and she was talking about funding, people being funded by the city, didn't name any specifics. And we had one. We
I
had
think I
been,
commented on that.
yeah, we had been to City Hall. We had been to a few meetings trying to get funding for an autism festival, and they weren't able to accommodate. And then we found out that the city was funding someone who is a ex pimp, um, someone who is a registered sex offender. So she just did a general post about that. And so somebody called her last night, and kind of went in, uh, thinking that she was talking specifically about someone who did get funding from. And then proceeded to read the comments that were on her post. Um, and I just think some black people y'all gotta pause. I think the internet gives people the false belief that your opinion matters. I really don't give a fuck what you think about what I post. I am 50 years old. I will post what I want, when I want. I will comment on what I want, when I want. It was almost like an intimidation tactic. Talked about, where they from and all that. I really don't care. We don't even walk in the same circles. We don't even have the same friend group. We don't have the same hobbies. We don't have the same interests. We are completely different. But for people to get bare muscles, or I don't even. I asked, was the person high or crazy or something? Because you're a supposed business owner, nonprofit runner, and you call and trying to check somebody on a post. Fall back. Fall back. There's no punks around here. You're not punking nobody. We 50 years old. We 40 plus years old. And you calling somebody trying to check them on what they saying. Y'all gotta fall back and mind your business. Y'all do a little bit too much. And I don't really be on here. I don't even be on Facebook, social media, none of that shit like that. I think people, that's their whole life. They get on here, that's their whole life. That's not my life. But I will comment. I have the right to comment and say what I want to say on someone's post. So I'm glad I didn't get the call, because
Well, they're not gonna call you though.
because I'm just real tired of the little click shit. I'm tired of people not having the guts to say what they think, but have other people do it. Tired of people talking about you. I've heard this about you. You ain't heard shit about me in the streets, and you ain't heard nothing about my sister in the street other than the good work that she do. Even when me and my sisters, we have disagreements. When we wasn't speaking, I've never heard this sister's name slandered. So for you to get on the phone like you checking somebody, and then and if they really, she should have recorded the call.
That's what I said.
I wish she would have recorded so everybody that she works with can hear all this shit she talked about people and their criminal records and what they do wrong. It's crazy to me. And it's too late. It's shit happening in our communities every day. People missing, people murdered,
Well,
people homeless.
some of them are a part of that though.
Yeah. And so for you to call somebody like you checking somebody on a general post that we made that had nothing to do with who you get your funding from. We've been at meetings at City Hall talking about funding. We ain't talking about the particular group that funds you and your bullshit. We ain't talking about that. But who do you think you are? Like, y'all got to stop. Since you way better than me, I would have recorded that shit and released it. It's time to start pulling people's whole card. And I mean it. It's time to start exposing people who do behind the door shenanigans. It's time to start blasting them because it's out of control. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. You did comment on that. But no, all the comments on here did not specifically name
I
anybody.
did. I was just saying in
So
general.
they say a hit dog, a holler. You're hollering right now, baby. You're injured. You're hurting. But you don't get to call and check nobody. You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Absolutely.
And then we got then I'm thinking back. This is just a build up of over and over again. When you post stuff up every day, multiple times a day, and people want to get on there and debate you on your feelings, and we know this motherfucker is a predator. He's a married predator that runs a business. Predator, been a predator for years.
Yeah.
You always trying to invite women to lunch. Don't invite your wife though. But you want to invite women to lunch to talk about business. Bring your wife. Bring your wife. We gotta stop letting these criminal minds, even if you don't have a criminal record.
Criminal minded.
I'm not blinded though. See, that's the part about it. These criminal minded, low vibrational, negative hustlers get at people. Y'all gotta cut that shit out. Y'all I'm a picture. I'm not gonna say your name out of respect for my sis because I don't have a problem saying the name. And the person that gives out the grants is a good friend of mine. I think she's a great woman. But if there's people out here doing, I don't know if you know people are calling on your behalf to bring up shit that has nothing to do with you. They slandering your name. They making it look like you're doing
That you-
something wrong
that you
because
looking up
no,
people you sleeping with.
Yeah,
That's what
'cause-
I heard, but I was like, hey, I
Yeah.
know the person. I don't say that shit to me.
yeah, and all this you and you went into so detail as if you're defending somebody.
Yes.
Does she know that you're defending her? Because you're making her look bad. You're making the people that give the money look bad. Like you're calling somebody on some gangster shit, talking about where you from, and you're not gang banging, but you're gang affiliate. I don't give a fuck about no gang. I call the police on you like I do everybody else. And I know you have a criminal record. You want to go back there? Don't be making no threats over here. Because I'll send the police to your door. Yes, I am I believe in law enforcement. I believe in law and order. But you don't get to call nobody and do underhanded threats. Get the fuck out of here. I'm so irritated. It's ridiculous. I'm irritated.
What irritated me so much?
The fact that you have the audacity to call somebody and check them
And
on
she
what
like low vibrational person.
Yeah,
that's what
but
is low vibrational.
you said what made me irritated. The fact that you have the audacity to call somebody and check them what they're putting on their personal page. That's not your business. That'd be like me calling you saying, baby, you too old to be doing booty shots. That's not my fucking business. That's up to you. You're too old to be doing this. That's your business. It's not mine. So I think the fact that people think they have the authority, the right, the ability to call and check somebody on what they think, get out of here. Get out of my face with it. I don't have a problem with this system. That whole conversation rubbed me the wrong fucking way, the way it relates to me. I think it's too much going on. And you know me. You want to talk to me? Holler at me. But it ain't gonna be on no watch what you say, because I say what the fuck I want when I want to say it. But if you have a conversation, a question about anything that I put, and I simply put, unfortunately in Sacramento, criminals are rewarded and celebrated.
Yes, they are.
That's all I put.
Yes, they are.
I didn't signal out anybody. So, like I said, a hit dog will holler, but you don't then get to go play. Let me get it together, get you together, get you straight, or question anything. Man, you're not doing that. It's too late today. If you're not coming to me about trying to help the homelessness, trying to help find missing girls, trying to find out who's getting murdered, trying to make sure the community is good, then don't come at me with nothing. Leave all that to yourself.
I just really think this is why I switched camps. And really, I think I could have already been on the other campus. I do have some morals. I come from morals. Like my whole life has been about morals, right? So, and no disrespect to anybody who had scruples or whatever, but I do think in Sacramento we do fund the deficit of Black people. Everybody else is getting funds for the empowerment and the benefit of their people. So we only fund you if you're a drug dealer, if you shoot your baby, if you beat the shit out your kids, if the kids is bad as shit, if they call it justice involved, you can get in trouble with the law. We fund everything. You live in the shelter, you live in low income housing, which you could never get out and be a homeowner. We fund all kind of bullshit, because that's how people, not just the outside people, think about us. That's how Black people feel about us. Black people who are leaders, Black people who, I have these 50 degrees, and I'm gonna tell you what to do with Black girls in school, not even attached to the Black community. You've been out of the military Black, or I live in a white neighborhood. Now, how the hell can you speak for Black people?
That part.
So in Sacramento, I'll be the first to say, we need those strict laws to come in, because that may help some of us straighten up. What I find in the nonprofit world, and I've been in this since 91, y'all, as a young 19-year-old, right? We have a lot of pimps, a lot of drug dealers, a lot of, we talked about Cesar Chavez. Well, shit, we got our own local Cesar Chavez and super less than rape women and shit like that. But they get lots of funding and they get protected by the city, and sometimes has the foundation because they homies.
And then some people also get funded because, to be honest, you hear that they're still confidential informants. So I don't know how you go from being a criminal to being buddy with the police. That could give somebody the side eye. So we're gonna put it on the table. Let's put it on the table. Let's talk about it. But let's stop trying to intimidate somebody.
I think that's part of it. That's why I can plus the one dude out, which I ain't heard from him. But if you think you know me, then you call me up. But I get to say whatever the fuck I want to say.
I don't think people really want to have conversations and dialogue. They
think we're all criminals and we're in on it.
And they think they can come shit on you and tell you it's right. No, you don't get to come police me and tell me, say this, do that, don't say this, don't do that. This is America. Land of the free.
Some of us don't think
Home of the brave. And I'm brave enough to tell y'all to get out my face. I'm brave enough to tell y'all to stop trying to police people's thoughts. I'm brave enough to tell y'all, don't call me with no bull mess. I'm brave enough to tell y'all to just do the work that you're doing. I really wish my sis would have taped that recording, because I would have released it. So everybody that's affiliated with this person can hear all the shit she talked about everybody.
And she talked about it.
She talked about it. Everybody.
She talked about somebody using it for her body. You know, she was married.
Yeah, everything. Like let's get to it. Like we have to stop, and that's information nobody wants to hear.
Yeah,
that's. I seen the post today from my brother Corey. He said people are not bitter; they're bitter. That was a good post because some people are coming from a bitter place and not a better place. The age don't always mean maturity. Age don't always mean wisdom. Age don't always mean you got your thoughts together. It's really about your experiences and it's about what you want to write. So you may be making leeway financially, but morally it's corrupt as hell. Ethic wise, you're bankrupt. First of all, ethically bankrupt. Y'all have no ethics. Y'all have no integrity. Y'all have none of that. Y'all bankrupt when it comes in. You're deficient when it comes to that. So yeah, that it rubbed me the wrong way. And like I said, when you calling somebody like you're speaking for somebody, I don't even know if that's just to know you supposedly speaking for her because you make her look bad. You didn't make her look good. And it's also pitting black women against each other. Y'all be talking about black women empowerment and black this, but you on the phone trying to dog a black woman, you know, and trying to put opinion. Yeah, pitting them against another woman who don't even have a problem. That wasn't directed toward a particular funding. It came from that city hall. So I don't even get it. I don't.
That's cray.
I don't get it, sissy. I don't. I we in a world of trouble. Black folks in a world of trouble. In a world of trouble.
So it got me. I don't know what the hell it is. I really don't, but it's okay. Yeah. But anyway, so yes, sissy. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know like that because I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. Try now, sissy. I don't know, but I'll say this: I feel like we do have a problem in the black community because this is what I've learned. I was learning this the whole time. Black people are not one group. We never have been. We haven't been. Even though we grew up in like a low-income neighborhood, my mom had high morals and high standards. That's why none of her sons been to prison or the jail. That's why, you know, like they take care of their families. Mm-hmm. You know, none of them were gangbanging, selling dope, raping women, molesting children. Like a lot of people came and told me shit about people, and I didn't say nothing. And I was like, "Oh, is that true? Are you sure?" You know, I mean, you know. But then when I see the person, I see some of their behavior characteristics, then I'll be like, "This could possibly be true." And so that's a whole ass problem. That is a whole ass problem. So I don't really know what to say.
I just think we need to bring respect to people's boundaries and opinions back. I think respect goes a long way. And it's okay to disagree. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. A lot of things I see I disagree with. I just scroll past it or I don't comment. I don't even get into conversations about politics because people are so up and enraged about the conditions of the world. And what can you really do about it other than take care of you and your? So I can't sit on here and go back and forth. People are so fragile right now, and they need something. You're not going to You're not going to get it. I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to explain. And I don't have to explain or justify anything that comes out of my mouth to anybody. You don't have a heaven or hell to put me in. So your opinion and what you think and what you feel is nothing for me.
I just think that's bold as hell, though.
Very much so.
But then
it's say, but I really fuck with you, sis. You can if you calling me on some rah, let me check you on your post. That is too much.
And I also think right now, because we're having a collision of the niggas who were street niggas who didn't do shit, who had no problem tearing up our community, selling drugs to parents, you know, just fucking our whole community up. Now they want to come back as leaders, but they don't have no moral ethics. Because I ain't never take my money and spend it on like getting the booty shots and shit. Like I don't do shit like that. I've taken money and help people and help people pay rent and pay for school tuition and shit. Like, you know, I didn't really have the money for it. You know, we didn't produce no children that got shot because they was messed up in some shit that I created the environment. See, we sacrifice for our children. That's why I think y'all shouldn't be running nonprofits, especially if you don't have good morals. It seems like in the black community, that's all the fuck we got is a bunch of fuck. And the people who they call white bars, their programs are going great. I'm thinking of one brother who's younger than all the men, People hate on his ass, but he's like in every school. And I work sometimes with his people, and they are awesome. I love these young men, and they just they're not no old ass niggas who've been out in the street. They married to their wife, they have children, they love their children, and they're good examples. You can't follow them home, and along the way, somebody be like, "Oh, this man tried to holler at me, and he tried to take me out to dinner or whatever." But I think back to when we had this video one time, a live show, and everybody was pointing out the predators in our community. And I remember, along with somebody else, we had agreed to talk to 3 black men who were in positions of power in our state. One of them I chose, like, I don't want to go there because I know this person's mate and I really respect her. And I just don't want to be in that part. But I'll be the other 2. And then after talking to the 2 men that we had, especially the older one, this motherfucker thought he did nothing wrong. And what that made me think of, now that I'm thinking back on it, it's like this whole thing with the elder Doris Schwartz, I always mess with last name, excuse me, and her not wanting to come forward and hearing some people say stuff like, well, why she wait so long? Y'all would have been defending this man because that's what y'all do. Y'all protect predators. And so that young sister who came forward on this, I was very grateful because what she did was sound the alarm bell. But to hear this man say, I wasn't looking at her big leg and stuff with them people on. Why you?
How do you remember what she got on? That's how you know you was
looking. Then I learned I had talked to some other people who shared with me that this person grew up with their dad. That's how old the man is. And that they used to play women all the time out there in the heights. But who is going to check them? Who going to check them, bro? Who going to do that? We don't have no military force in our community, and we can get these gangbangers to get it right. We would have. If somebody roll up on you, you could possibly get beat down or something happens, you would probably not do that. But the black community is not protected. And we have a whole bunch of predators, and we also got women who protect predators. That's why the woman. That's why the woman who made it. That's why she made that call.
We have enablers,
like a bottom bitch.
We have enablers who will support, condone criminal behavior and predators in our community. They'll say, she's dressing fast, or she shouldn't be walking past that man looking like that. I walk to and from Burbank all the time, all through our neighborhood. And if somebody got on the line, it'd be a brother in the crowd like, hey man, that's a little girl, get on her face. Absolutely. They would check them. We don't have that anymore. We act like men have the right. Some men have the right to say and do what they want to do. Absolutely. Unsolicited, unwanted advances, flirting. No, I was not a fast young lady. I was not 16 trying to get a drug dealer or a 30-year-old. That just was not me. Yeah. And so some people do that. I wasn't one of them. So I was grateful for the men in my community. They'll be like, hey, that's a little girl, get on her face. Or, when you walk by, they clear the sidewalks, you can get by. You know what I mean? It was just a different time, but now the predators and the protectors are the same people now. So they only protect those who call me and they don't even do that. Yeah. Some little girls can't even go to their family and say something like that because they don't say, why was you in their face? Or what was you doing over there? What did you do? Instead of challenging and correcting a grown man who have control over his emotions and hormones, it's like a young child.
Absolutely. But I just feel like just kind of tying it in. When I read all the things about what happened, I was like myself, that's what the community is well. The one thing that worked down the nation was Elijah Muhammad sleep with young girls. So we know there's something about men have a little bit of power. Just a little bit. And they also think women are commodities. Like, I just stole a cigarette after you rape somebody, or talk to somebody's stuff. You act like, oh, I just bought a cigarette. I just stole you bologna off the sandwich. Like some crazy shit like that. Like, no, women, I set up business. We act like women are just like a stepping stone or a part of the furniture to this man's story. Well, he can't get here if I don't let his ass get here.
And a lot of religions are based on misogyny and not narcissism. So that's why a lot of religions, the man is always the lead in the head and all that, and you bow down. That's why they use the word submitting almost every religion will say submit.
Absolutely.
And that's saying submit to whatever you want you to do, even if it's detrimental to your soul, detrimental to your being, to your livelihood. Just submit. And that's a word people love to use frequently. To submit. And they want people to submit to some bull crap. And I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it. I haven't done it, and I won't do it. And I just think it's sad. I think it's sad. I remember years ago, years ago. We tried to get some sisters together, particularly that does somebody else. It just didn't click, and that was fine. I was still cool with one and cool with the other. I'm not gonna bash nobody. I'm not gonna talk about it. It just didn't work out. Everybody don't click. Everybody don't get along. Everybody don't do nothing. That's fine. But I'm not gonna go in or cut somebody out because we have a difference of opinion. I think that's crazy to me. I think it's I agree with a lot of stuff like that, a lot, and I just disagree with it. And I just get on. It's not for me. Everybody's post, everybody's opinion is not for you. It's their post, it's their opinion. And so I think we just got to get back to minding our business. We got to get back to minding our business and being. I'm gonna say again, respect. You have to respect a difference of opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it, but you gotta respect it. I don't think like it. And it's okay.
That's the biggest problem, though.
It's
We
okay.
say that while we have a different view politically, they can be doing something for a reason that you ain't even thinking about.
That part.
And we get rid of half these criminals, and most of y'all go to jail like where the fuck you belong. I don't have no problem. I don't fuck up. You ain't gonna convince me this gonna hurt me because we already been down here hurt because you've been here.
That part.
So y'all forget that. You act like you ain't speaking for me. You ain't never spoke for me.
We already hurting from the things that you put in our community.
Absolutely.
And the things that the crimes that you commit in our community. We hurting from that.
Absolutely.
So yeah. And like I said, a hit dog a holler. The sister post must have really hurt somebody. Because people put stuff on today because I don't claim it and it is not me, I don't feel offended.
My thing is,
I don't feel offended.
My thing is, if you read my motherfucking comment, nigga, call me. Call me, nigga. I'm right here. I'm Mama Rose. Because sometimes, so here's the thing, y'all. Y'all act like black people aren't code switchers. Now, we survived America being a code switch. The shit you did in the big house, you didn't do out in the field. Shit like that. It was a code switch. When you see me on here acting and talking like this, that's a code switch. That's almost like my warrior when I talk like that. Mama wrote me in the class, baby, what you mean, honey? You know, that's what I do. So I get to be a diverse human being. Y'all talk that diversity shit, but you only want to see black people in one dimension. I mean, I'm multidimensional because I'm black in America. I gotta sometimes put up with nigga shit, but they act like they give me shit, but they really think about their motherfucking self. They're not really thinking about me. They think about themselves. So my thing is, you got a problem with me because you read my comment. I think I said, well, or some shit. I don't know. Well, basically, like, yeah, they been stealing. All the work I've done all my life here, I had to get funds outside of fucking Sacramento to do the groundbreaking work I was doing. And the niggas gonna try to steal my shit. As long as you help the people, I really don't give a fuck that part. I really don't care. Make sure you help the people. I'm still waiting to find the black leaders, all these nonprofits. Show me their program to help black people buy homes. Show me your business model for everybody to do entrepreneurship, and you give them all insurance and make sure they have a place to do their work. Like, show me that. But you can't, because you won't make any money if you help black people be viable and successful. You would make no money. They must be abusers of their children. They must have babies dying. They must have niggas out of jail and can't make a decision.
Have some type of trauma.
Absolutely.
Be it death, homelessness, poverty. You have to have some type of trauma or something wrong.
Depending on who's giving out the money, you have to be an ex something, because usually those people were ex something.
Ex-convict, ex-drug user, ex-prostitute, ex-criminal, ex something. You have to have, and I'm not talking about the ex from the Nation of Islam, like you got your ex. I'm
but most of them are that anyway.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm not talking about brother ex. I'm talking about an ex hyphenated something. Former in recovery.
Those are the same skills you're using right now, which is why our community looks still messed up. I would take the crackhead before I take these niggas. At least we can see the crackhead.
And we know what the crackhead's going to do. We know what his agenda is to get to the crack. We don't know what y'all agenda is because y'all got the plan and y'all still ain't doing shit with it. So I don't know what y'all doing with it. I'm just saying, for me, I was offended because I commented on that post, and for you to read back or something, don't call me. You can call her.
Please call her.
Don't call me about it.
Please call us and get cussed the fuck out. Please call
me about none of this. Please don't call me about this. Please don't. I think there's more pressing issues that we have in your business. I don't even know how you have time to be on the phone for an hour and some change complaining about somebody.
And I hope you get to watch this phone. Whatever, a lot of different videos right now. Whatever, I hope you watch it. And I hope maybe you put your big girl panties on. That's what they call it back in the 90s when I was learning from the teachers. You wrong somebody, you put your big girl panties on, and you make their plans. But I doubt if you do that, because you're more like a street alley, dirty, nasty cat. And so I don't think you're gonna fucking do that. You're gonna walk around like this cat outside that's half dead, gray fucking fur, And the cat
my
is so
God.
dead that I don't know who cat it is, but when he walks, he just sits there looking. You can't even show him. That's your ass because you don't have enough. See, I don't do fake
Oh my
sisterhood. I do
God.
sisterhood, but I don't do the fake shit.
Oh God.
If you can't tell me why my fake, you tell me. But it's okay. I hope y'all gonna need all that money and more because change is coming, boo boo. Change is coming. God won't always let the devil win. Sometimes he set the devil up.
That part. And some people comment on there with just a comment on the post.
I know.
It's not about jealousy. Forget what came out. Bitter.
You said
It's not. It's not about any of that. Um, it was just unfortunate, and I'm opinion that people's opinions and perspectives are not respected. I think it, it's not cool to call and check anybody about something that they put.
well, they happen to me.
I know, and you're very kind.
And then they call me a Trump supporter, love and support. I'm like, nigga, I'd rather be a Trump supporter than a nigga with no moral supporter. How about that? Because racist people, and I'm saying the person racist or not, they ain't a problem for me. I've been dealing with racism, colorism, classism, ageism. You want me to keep going? Because that's what I've been dealing with. Racism has never really touched me. It's all the other shit coming from black people. That's what touched me. So y'all want to talk? You're like you have permission to just treat me like shit. No, you don't.
You don't even have permission. And I was telling my sister, I was telling my sister, I'm not gonna say her name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all back over my page. You just see me and her posted outside of City Hall. I told her, you're very good because you don't owe anybody an explanation. Don't call me no more quick. You are very you get grace by even addressing and listening because I'm not on the phone, but I work 8-9 hours a day, come home and do some work. I'm not sitting on the phone with nobody trying to check me about a goddamn thing. My time is limited, and so I can't sit. I cannot sit here and have to defend what my thoughts and my this is an experience what she witnessed and what she's seen.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have the same experience.
So you don't look nothing like her.
Yeah, so you can't come on and tell me what my experience is and how I word things and what I should say. Man, fuck that a little bit. I think some of y'all be back by fire. I think y'all something going on. Maybe you got low iron. Something's going on where you need some type of vitamin, something to get your brain right. Some people's brains get short, so you need some brain cleaner. Drink you some turmeric, go look up how to clean your brain. Some of y'all got cloudy brains. You know in here trying to tell what to say and think. Y'all got cloudy brains. Get together. Go lay on somebody's couch. Talk to somebody. Sit in the therapist chair. I don't know. Go to the middle of the woods and yell and holler. Deal with your childhood trauma. Deal with whatever you got to deal with. But don't be trying to police people's thoughts. Like it's gone too far.
We got that on the brain though.
It's gone
Old
too far.
motherfuckers, middle class motherfuckers, IR people at foundations, motherfuckers. Like we all got, and that's why black folks are the same boat they are. But I want to challenge funders. I want to challenge the city. I want to challenge. Remember, stop funding programs that target trauma. Just stop it.
We nonprofits that do preventative work hardly ever get big funding.
No,
they may get on a little bit of chump change,
absolutely,
but they're not getting nothing to do real change because then these people will be out of job. If we had no more runaways, if we had no more of this, what would these nonprofits that are based on that do? What would these positions that people create for people to lower this and lower that? What would they do if all crime and all this shit stopped? So of course they're never going to fund preventative. It's always reactionary programs.
I think they should all go away and let them go for themselves. No, but that's right. We're gonna find out who they are.
This is a business.
I know, but let them go for themselves. So I'm gonna be over here pushing. I'm gonna be on the other side of the aisle because I don't have no problem. I can survive, but I've been surviving nothing. So I'm okay to tell. I'm 54 years old. Let me tell you something. I had near death experience. You think I give a fuck about that part? I don't care about what nobody thinks at this point. I don't care. Everything's falling down though. School districts and systems.
Let's stop there for a minute.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the ticket? What's up?
So that's Twin Rivers.
Okay, yeah. So
and their teachers are trying to be like Black City and get a raise. I don't even know. I don't know if teachers are going to raise unless they clean the roads on all the teachers and guarantee all like at least 70 to 80% of the people pass every year. If half your class is failing, you should not be teaching. Go through the mailman and shit. But and so they're trying to intimidate. You know, they went up to Grant and they picketed. Now they got 4 other high schools in that school district Grant. You know what Grant? Black kids, all minority kids. All these white people come up with the program. What kind of shit is this? Anybody got no kids? Yeah, brothers per person, yeah, right? And so then they try to intimidate the only one black school board member we have for Twin Rivers, good sister. We tried to intimidate her going to her house. She better than me because I haven't shot we tell them motherfucker BB guns off the roof. Cause I'm just sick of this shit, like for real, like it's crazy. So, they stand in their ground, and so they've been out.
I heard that they're trying to end outside.
Oh yeah, one of the things that are on their list is they don't want no outside contractors, just like Sac City. That's what happened with Sac City when I ran. I lost a lot of money running the school board, not for the campaign, but for my job and my work. Sac City. But I still figure my way how to work in those. This is the difference. Because I love the work I do, I'm still figuring out how to work with those black girls at their school. So fuck the teachers union. Like fuck y'all. And I hope this shit, I'm gonna be right there helping to dismantle every last one of y'all. Good teachers, you run off. You don't help the good teachers. I know the whole little spiel. So no, the kids don't belong to you. You don't own them. I'm telling parents, stand up. Pull your kids out and put them in another school. Help get that charter back on when you can protect your kid and your money, the vouchers. Get that back on the thing. Let's dismantle this teacher union, and it's the teachers union. They're too powerful, and they don't care about our kids. They're securing people's money. All the horrible teachers we got. If the teachers aren't good, they shouldn't work here. And this is my bonus. I think if you're a teacher and like 80% of your kids have passed the whole year, you should get a nice bonus that you can have over the summer when you're not working. At least 1 month's worth of money, something, or 6 weeks or something. We got to have incentives like you would in corporate America. Then a lot of this stuff will fall off because they didn't put nothing in there about all the benefits we give the immigrants. None of that was in there. So who do you think they're really targeting? They want to keep you at the bottom, and the teachers union is helping them do it.
Yeah, well, teacher union, they really help us through the prison pipeline. But if y'all don't wake up and recognize that these people don't care about your kids, I don't even have a son that's still. I don't have a child that's still in school, but I'm still in meetings because black kids go there. So I gotta be concerned with what's happening where things that look like me go
That's
to.
right.
I can't just I don't have to have one. My problem. That's the problem with other black. If we're not immediately attached to it, we don't give a damn about it until it sits on our doorstep. So I don't wait for something bad to happen to somebody in my family or one of the kids, and now I'm concerned. I'm concerned right now.
That's right, right on.
I'm concerned right now.
Parents
Hey, Passion.
To be a part of their kid's school. That's what you should give a grant for. It's like, okay, let's get these black parents up. Because here's the truth. Something happened to black people. I'm going to say that till I die. And so that's why we're products of that dumbass school system. So you think I'm going to be excited to send my kid off to people who treated me like shit when I was in school? So you need another way of engaging them and to also help them to help us make this school system accountable, make the teachers accountable, the principals, the administration. I think we got to get rid of all that extra help for people. Do that in your own community. Don't do that at school. That's what black kids get, and they barely get that. Because if Shaquita should stand up and say something that sounds aggressive to you, if you don't know black culture, she could just be talking like that. But to you, I'm so afraid. Well, if you're afraid of people, don't be a teacher. Shit. I'm so sick of these motherfucking teachers. I'm just sick of their ass.
It's just sad. We have a lot of present issues in our institution. I'm gonna keep saying that, and so that's why we haven't been live in a while. We're gonna get back to what we're doing with City with Systems, but we're talking about different things affecting our community. We're not gonna keep getting. We're gonna put y'all on black. We're gonna talking about issues in our community, and some of y'all are an issue in our community. That's what we're talking about. But I challenge all the black educators. Do something different. Do something different.
I think about back each other. I get you. I think about all the black educators I had growing up. Thank God for Mr. Frank Whitney.
They stand 10 toes down.
He's an ancestor now.
10 toes down.
Him. I had Miss Winnie Bender. She's still around. I had Miss Hester Snyder, blessed memory. Another one.
I had Betty Carroll. It was no joke. I had Miss Hampton. We even had Coach Copeland.
Absolutely.
He wasn't no joke. Absolutely. So we have some teachers here that were really They wanted to do teachers and they wanted to do something with the youth. It
That's
wasn't
what they
just,
call
it
them.
wasn't coming to get a paycheck. It was like, how can I impact their minds?
That's what they're calling.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're calling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck we got on now. We got niggas. Spirit, what sorority you belong to? Oh, what church you go to? And your goddamn community look like shit. Oh, I can't deal with BSU. Them kids. What? You're the only black teacher. Then you're mad when a white person stepped up. What the fuck you mad at them for? They stepped up. Thank God that they asked.
And my thing is, if you don't want to do it, fine. Shut up and get out the way.
Move.
Don't come tell people how to do a program that you don't want to be a part of.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't want to do it, fine. Get out the way. Somebody else won't get it done. But just shut up then. Shut up, sit down, no opinion, don't say that. Don't sit down somewhere.
I'm gonna go kind of quick. What do you think about the program, teacher chapter?
I don't really, I believe it. Because we've been a part of some organizations where we've seen some stuff happening where people had less power than teacher child and they were misusing and mistreating and abusing women and children. So I'm not surprised by it. I don't want us to get sidetracked with it and take the eyes off of the predators in our community. So it's good to be okay to talk about it, but let's talk about the predators in our community because they're there.
Absolutely.
And so yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm glad this elder spoke up. I'm glad she was able to finally get some whatever it looks like a resolution or some type of acknowledgement as to what she endured. Um, Prayers to her, and prayers to all the other silent people.
So,
Yeah, other people who have went through that with Caesar Chavez, and other people who are afraid to say something. There's so many people in our community who have been mistreated and abused by men in power, and they still to this day can't say anything because it's going to be their fault. We don't like to make supposed heroes look bad, so we don't want to talk about any of their indiscretions because it's going to make us look bad as a whole. And that's going to make him look bad. He's a predator. He's the one that did. It's not going to make my community look bad. Call out a predator. We're going to call him out. We have to stop holding the bad. Black women, stop holding the bad for everybody and take the cape off. My cape is off. I'm not saving anybody. I'm not trying to save your name. I'm not trying to save your image. I don't care about your legacy. If you do wrong and you're abusing or hurting people and I know about it, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to say this truth. I'm going to bring it to light. And so I had to off to her for speaking up and being brave enough, even in her older age, to say something because sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. So my hat's off to her. What you think?
I just,
a little bit, but
I met her once when I worked with Cap. She was at some event for the medical school. So it was here, and she was just very sweet, very nice, just very warm. So for me, because I work in a lot of different communities, just first of all, oh damn, I thought it was very brave of her. Let me just say, she's 96. I think she turned 96 or something like that. It was that. And for something like this to happen to her 60 years ago, 60, she had 2 children for this man. Each time he had the essay by him, 2, and then she gave those kids away, people, families, commitment, whatever. She had to hold that for 60 years. She also, why I know her, so I want to know about it. But the other part is, I can see mirror in my own community and the shit we go through. Here, she had to work with this man for all the years because when somebody asked her something, why she didn't say anything, this is what made me connect the black people. She said, because I didn't want them, first of all, they didn't trust the police. She a farm girl working in the field. Nobody gonna believe that shit.
that part.
That's one. So she was very helpless. And the other thing about it was she was thinking about the movement and its benefits to the people, the farm workers. You know how many black people did that in black movements? Black Panthers, Nation of Islam, what's the other ones? The black something, Hebrew Israelite. We can go churches. People think, well, church is doing good, but the person had the devil.
Pastor, because that's gonna make the church look bad.
Absolutely. So how many women had to take it on the chin or just left? But the fact that she kept working because her eyes was on the prize, though she was sacrificing herself. That to me was like, I feel this is just me, and I want to say I'm so grateful for her to come forward and how brave that was. But I think she's freeing a lot of people, and it's by her coming forward as old as she is. Because I would have, even when I spent time with my grandmother, who was like 99, and she was sharing shit with me, I was like, damn. And here she is, 99. She's like, I ain't never told nobody that. I was just kind of, one of the things the black community, this come out of slavery, something happened to you, keep your ass up, and you keep going.
You remember
Because
the
who don't
saying,
believe you?
kick it and lick it and keep on taking. You
Absolutely.
got to keep it pushing. You don't have time to
But
sit and wallow in the
that's
pit. You
right.
got to keep
But
pushing.
if this is the great mother, I think this is where my head is. Why do we abuse the great mother? Why do we? It's the person who gives you life. It's the person who breastfeeds you. This person who feeds you. This like we do the earth. The earth is beautiful. Why we throw trash on them? Go ahead, say it.
I was just
Say it.
about to
You
say
may do
that.
it better than me,
No,
but I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying with
that
the
you just hit the nail on the
shit.
head. That's the same thing with earth. We don't respect life.
Absolutely.
So we don't respect the giver of life, which is a woman.
Yes.
And so the earth gives us life. So we don't give. That's why they'll piss on the tree, they'll throw trash out. They'll do a barbecue and dump their clothes on the ground. We just don't have respect for life. And so and we act like it's
obligated.
Yeah, that's an obligation.
Obligation.
Your mama could have flushed you down the toilet. She could have vacuumed you out. She could have set you on the doorstep. She could have did all kinds of things. But you're here. And so people just don't have respect for women.
And the fact that she carried those 2 babies, because she could have got miscarried, whatever, and she gave them life, which, you know, she's living to them now, it's 60 years or so. But the fact that she had to be pregnant and hid her pregnancy, she hid the pregnancy, y'all. That's not easy to do. We're talking 1962 or 1966 or something like that. Man, please. I just have tremendous respect for her. So my thing, we always talk about where do we connect at? That's a connection for my Black community. Straight up. That's a whole connection. You know, and I hope it gives more older women brave enough to just hear their stories. Just hear. I mean, you know, and somebody said, he dead and gone now. I said, hold on, player. But when something like that, listen, with my pastor, I said, before you judge people, say, can you have some more information on that? Don't be so quick to defend the predator, because that's in our culture too.
And my thing is, when somebody is dead and gone, the remnants is still here. You know, so you could be dead and gone, but all the things that you did are still here. We still see remnants. We still see reflections. We still see chaos from what you created, even though you're dead and gone. So that doesn't mean that. To me, that's like trying to overlook or diminish somebody's experience. You can't diminish that woman's experience. Absolutely. I don't care if she might have said it on her deathbed. You know, that's her right to say that, but you don't get to diminish somebody's time to reveal their trauma.
Absolutely.
Who are you?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm so tired of people, y'all. I think I'm gonna do a social media break. I think I'm just tired of people. I'm just tired. I'm tired.
So on the lighter note.
Yes, go ahead, lighter note.
I'm calling this fool gangster. Fuck it. Donald Trump. When the man from Japan, I guess the reporter asked him, why didn't the U.S. give them notice, like the allies, on them being able to strike Iran? And he said, what?
Did y'all give us notice about Pearl Harbor? Yeah,
now this is the funny thing. That's some stuff that people were saying. You want to know why he's sometimes unlikable? Because people who live in the world on some real shit would have probably said that back. You didn't give me notice when you did so and so and so and so. But y'all want people to be diplomatic while we drowning. No diplomatic struggle. You can't be diplomatic when you drowning. That's all I'm saying. And so we're not gonna go over the whole Donald Trump thing, but I just thought the shit was funny when he said it. Because in my spirit, I said some shit like that too. I'm not gonna lie. I just wish we drop all the cloaks of trying to be nice and cool. I just wish we just tell the truth. That's what I really believe. I wish, yes.
I watch a lot of his stuff. I don't usually you send me stuff. I like it. I find him to be very comical, to be honest. People be really upset. I'm not saying he's not doing some stuff that he isn't aligned with like every other president that we had.
Say it again.
But I find him to be very comical. Some of the stuff that he says. He talks like he is sitting at a bodega on the corner with
Absolutely.
People, I think that bothers people because he's not trying to sound intelligent. He just says it like it is.
Obama's not all intelligent and don't give you shit.
That part.
Michelle.
I thought
it was hilarious. Yes, I just thought we can't get our videos up there now, but maybe next week or something like that. It's all fixed. But yeah, I just thought that was like, if there was a clip of the week that was funny as shit, that would be the clip.
He made all the rounds because he everywhere with that clip.
That shit was funny. I'm sorry.
My thing is, I don't care who you support. That's your political view. That's you.
We can't even do that.
I know.
Y'all sit at the table with murderers, pimps, thieves, hustler, somebody that murdered your mama. And
I have a question. Did the Epstein files only How long have they known about the Epstein file?
All the years Joe Biden was in there.
Okay, I'm just because I keep seeing people say Trump is trying to deflect from releasing the
He's
Epstein
not in
files.
them. He's in there for exposing
I'm
his
just
ass.
lost
That's what
on
he's
that.
in there for. They
I'm
talk about that.
just lost on that.
Somebody even came forward and stuff when he had nothing to do with it.
Bill
Blah, blah,
Clinton
blah.
did too.
Well, Bill Clinton, he
No,
testified.
he said,
He said
Trump
it.
did not. He even said it. I'm just curious.
Look, Trump
Because I don't want people to be.
Trump can kill the devil, and we be like, "Why the fuck he killed the devil? We're gonna protest. He killed the devil." That's how crazy people
I just
are.
don't want the black community to be caught up in the Epstein file.
Yeah,
He didn't even want. He said he didn't want no N words there. So why are we concerned about the Epstein files? He wasn't even abusing our children. I don't see. Yeah, I don't see the need for us to be worried about the Epstein files when we got other shit in our community.
I
That's
think
all
we like to reflect because y'all living with Epstein. Some of y'all get Epstein sons.
Some of y'all Epstein.
Some of y'all Epstein. You better say it. Some of y'all married to Epstein. You visit him every week and put money on his book. Epstein, you lay next to him. You know he up there Epstein and people.
You got a crush on Epstein that you write in prison and put money on his book.
So
I'm just saying.
I don't give a listen. I don't give a damn about Epstein. I really don't. I don't care about no Epstein. I don't. But I care about
the Jeromes and the Jamals.
I care about Blackstein. This motherfucker here.
Yeah, I care about the Jeromes, Jamal, the Bryants, the Devontae, I care about all of them.
Yeah.
I care about all these young black girls that get sex trafficked. I care about that and
murder.
I care about that. I'm not really worried about no island that none of us that even wasn't been on.
Oh, what like we don't care about that young people were murdered or missing or that's your we don't care about it.
I think people care about it, but I think most people are out there doing it so they don't be on here talking about it. So I think some people care about it, and I think some people don't give a damn because they like you said, they birth, they lay next to, they house people who are committing these atrocities. Wanda. So how can I call out an atrocity when I'm a participant or enabler in the atrocity? So yeah, I gotta turn a blind eye when you know your best friend's daughter has met somebody online and now she's caught up in sex trafficking. But you don't post a picture. You don't say nothing. You just I know the guy that she's supposed to be. That's why. That's why we don't say shit because we enable some of them.
I get you. You think in some of our communities, you think that's the rites of passage?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I remember, and this is when I was working in group homes, one of the moms, her son was a juvenile sex offender. And he had, offended her siblings. And she said, well, I didn't turn him in because I went through it. That's part of becoming a woman. I would never forget where to go. Crack. Yeah, and I just was sitting there like, oh, lady, I made sure I did a history report so I could write this up so she could have a supervised visitation. Because at that point, I knew she should not be able to see her kids unsupervised because you think it's okay for them to have been FA'd by your son because you went through it. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people in our community. Some people, I'm not going to say a lot because the number is not super big. But I think some people do not want it. I had to go through it, you go through it. Instead of saying, wait a minute, baby, you don't want to experience that. I don't want you to have to go through this. We don't even teach our children. We don't even like to say private areas anymore. That's why they want gender neutral, so that you can be able to and abuse people and do stuff because nobody has genders. Nobody has private anymore. So I think that's a way for people to have to live in a pedophilia fantasy. And that's just my opinion.
Wow. I was going to say something else because you was touch on a roll with that pedophilia part. Or just that whole thing.
When I was growing up, and we had women that wanted to protect our innocence and wanted us to be children. Some of these mamas and aunties and all of them are so jealous of the youth that they want them to experience something bad.
Absolutely.
They want them to experience something bad. That's why we talked a few weeks ago about girls not wanting to be married because they don't see marriage. They don't see healthy relationships. They don't see good. I had somebody who's dating a young man and he, come from an abusive background, and she's really like, what is he gonna do to me? Because he's making her live in her feminine era. I'm opening your car door. I'll take care of it. I can pay for dinner. What do you need? She's not used to that. She used to being with someone who's toxic, who's combative, who makes her feel less than, who makes her feel like she's not. And she's beautiful. And so when she called me, I'm like, baby, enjoy it. Allow him to be a man. You step back because you're not supposed to be the breadwinner. You're not supposed to be the provider. You're not supposed to be worried about his ass being protected. They're supposed to be protecting you in the household. Let him live in his manhood and sit back and live in your femininity. And some people don't want, because they haven't experienced it, they don't want other people to experience it. And so they set that thing up.
You know, funny that you say that, and you said feminine, like, I started backing away from the feminine words sometimes because I hear feminists with the bullshit. And I work with
They
them.
say you want to be
Let me
boys.
just be very clear when I say feminist.
Some of them
Because
hate
one of
men.
my friends is a feminist. I'm
Some of them
like,
hate
she
men.
said, "You are a feminist, bro. I can never get with that." I worked for a feminist for 25 years. She was more impressive than slave master with a whip. Please believe me, I worked for 25 years. Okay, so I just want to be a woman. I'm good. I know right from wrong. I know when to step back. I know when to step up. Like I'm not a white woman, so I'm not trying to challenge.
What's up, babe?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not trying to challenge my man. Now,
Yeah.
if he's doing some shit and it don't make no sense, I'm gonna be like, hold on, player, like that. No, hold on, brother. Let me talk to you for a minute. But I won't be trying to control a person and shit like that. I won't do stuff like that.
And some women hate men, and
Well, that's what I found in
yeah.
the feminist
Some
movement.
women
That's
hate
what I
men,
found.
and that's fine. That's hate them, but you can't make me hate them. I love gender roles. I don't want to pump my gas. I don't want to clean out the trash can. I say this to y'all all the time. I don't mind. You know what I mean? I don't want to do. My husband cook better than me. I can burn, but he burns. But I don't mind that. Yeah. I don't mind. They want us to not embrace femininity. I don't want to be a hard ass man. I don't want to go out and fight. It's a person on Instagram. It's basically that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like women getting their just due. You know what I mean? So a lady go up and slap a man, he slap her back. I think I like, oh my goodness, I don't want to fight a man. I don't want to be in my rough manhood energy where I'm whoa. I want to be. Oh no, I'm hurt. I'm not a damn in distress. I want to be a damsel. I don't want to be no damn man. I don't. I don't want to do any of that. I do not. I do not. Even my son, the same thing. He's planning on going on a date, and the girl was like, "I live out in the other Grove," and she was like, "We can go half on gas." And he was like, "Oh no," because I'm teaching him no. You don't need to go half on gas. If a man is interested in you, he's going to do what he needs to do to see you and be with you. So you have to pay. We have to pay. Send a man a lift, or you got to help this nigga pay for dinner. If you if you got to help him pay down his child support, no, I'm teaching my son not to do any of that. Not to do any of that. No. No, I want him to live in his manhood. I want him to respect the woman, respect her body, respect her opinion, respect her as a person, and then vice versa. If you want a woman and she don't want to be in your pocket, leave her alone. If the girl trying to holler at you, she got a bonnet, he already know. Hell no. She outside with a bonnet and pajamas on, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Oh, I'm laughing. She got a bonnet on.
Because I have to, I work in retail, and sometimes I'm so embarrassed with some of the people, my people, the way we come out the house. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. Coal in our eyes, slobber dry up inside our face, bonded in pajamas on, slippers. I'd be so embarrassed. Date who you want, not who you need. No, hell no. Don't date what you want, because you might want a big booty. You might want somebody with cleavage out, but the bitch can't clean. Her house is nasty. Her toilet got shit stains.
And she got bad genes.
Yeah, she got multiple baby daddies. No. You date somebody you need who can help you build the kingdom, help you create your legacy.
That's right.
No. No, I get you, cuz, but hell no. You get somebody who you can build with. Not anything temporary. You look a long term. See, people, I'm teaching my son to court to marry, not to court to create individual broken homes. I don't want that for my child. Absolutely. I don't. And if we people be just popping. I'm telling you, people, they pop out babies like you popping popcorn. Yeah. And people just boop baby here, boop baby here, boop baby. No. Seriously. So I get it. That gotta be somebody
What's
you
the
attract
background
to.
like?
I don't need no leeches. We don't need no leeches. Y'all are a hilarious dude.
Hey, cuz.
I can't pronounce the name.
Hey, cuz, I'm glad you found that cousin.
Oh, yeah, because I had me worried about Corey.
Too.
It was hilarious. But, I don't know. I really wish more young people would like dating That word courting,
I
we need to
think
bring
we
that back.
got to make it cool.
Yeah, because they go right from
Because-
talking on Instagram to sex. And then they come to baby from somebody you don't know.
Absolutely.
They come a disease from somebody they don't even know this man.
What we made cool was reality TV shows
Oh,
where
yeah.
everybody fighting on the goddamn day over a nigga who don't want either one of you. He don't want a third person. We have made like the chaos cool and normal, absolutely. But I just feel like, damn, how do we do that? And then I'm like Pop the Balloon. You know that's my show. I message with Pop the Balloon. But I also like the one with the sister because she's a little bit more classy. Arlette is her name. I just think firstly she's beautiful. She's very classy. But I also like the fact I've been seeing lately. I don't watch them all. I just watch clips. That some of the brothers been like, Queen, you beautiful. You know, my type. I like to hear that. I don't want to hear. I don't like us. Like the one nigga was on. You can tell he was broke with his. Somebody, I just got off a plane. I just get your ass out with that. Like you go over there. We need to put a stamp on people like.
But those are the men in the community that a man that would be on a show on a national televised show. Like the little woman is a man who will slap his wife.
Absolutely.
That's a man who would holler at a teenager.
Absolutely.
That's a man that would disrespect his mother. Because if you raise right, you don't get on no platform and indulge somebody. So those somebody, everybody should be like pop, 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 pop. I don't know if they be waiting. But as soon as you start going on the person, I'm pop.
I've seen some women do that. One man with his ugly ass had the nerve to say, I don't like her hair because it's short. Sister with the braids, he got that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was like, that's how I'm rolling. So I don't know. I just feel like we have to see these bad men and make a concerted effort so that they can go to the other side and mess with them. But we're not gonna tell any of those shit like that. Why? Because they people. All you gotta do is call the cops. That part. You may not be here next week. But you won't be there for us. You just say, hey, you're not my type. I've dated people. I was like, oh my god, I told my sister nigga. When I said, I was like, oh my god, it was nice meeting you. The meal was great. I'll call you a place. Block. That's it. I don't want her to feel blocked. I'm blocking your ass.
Block you in the heart.
I'll block you in the block. The hell who you think I am? What makes you think I want to deal with your bullshit?
That's what the block button is for.
I'm a block.
What is this? She is the blocker.
If I go on my block, it's like, god damn. But when niggas start talking about their baby mama, I'm like, oh, I hope y'all work it out. But in my mind, I don't feel like dating this nigga. I'll be like, you know what? you gotta get your life straight with the kids. You work out of your sack. So go over there with that shit. I don't have no kids. I don't want to deal with your fucking kids and your baby mama. I don't want to deal with that shit. Dating out here, I can do a whole live on dating.
And to be honest, when a man has multiple baby mamas and you got a problem with all of them, it ain't the baby mamas, baby. It's you. You're just not a good mate. Yeah, you're just not a good mate.
You're not going to turn me into
because then when you meet the baby mama, you're like, what's going on? I see why she's your ass. You ain't fit up to the plate.
This is a key word for me. I don't know who I did before, but I'm right? Because I'm cool with people.
So y'all know we are doing a pop the balloon for the 45 and older. Yeah. So if you're interested and you're single, you're a man or a woman 45 and older, and you're in Sacramento or the surrounding areas, please get locked.
It's gonna be nice. No. When the man says shit like, and I've heard this several times. Okay? This is a sign of a nigga that's a bum. When he says, "I want a woman that's gonna have my back and support," I don't even know you. You act like you hunting for a baby daddy. You're your own person. You gotta. I don't even know how to get to date the person who, at least have one deal, like to invest in something. The same way I do a lot of different things online. I'll try it for a couple days and be like, yeah, that ain't. But I had to try it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm saying that to say when I hear men talking about something, I need a woman that's gonna be at my back and support me. Click.
Well, that sounds like somebody who's looking for dependency.
Absolutely.
And I can't take care of you. I ain't never take care of no man.
I tell Negroes, I say, listen, I may look like Big Mama, but I ain't her. My ankles may swole time to time. I'm not her.
Sometimes my blood pressure might be a little high, but I'm not her.
I'm not her. Yeah, my blood pressure may be high, but I'm not her. I can tell you the truth. I ain't her.
I can't have a lot of salt like Big Mama, but I'm not her.
I'm not her.
I'm not. Sometimes I might drag my feet when I walk.
Absolutely.
But I'm not her.
I may fart when I walk. A few times.
I may wear compression socks, but I'm not her.
I love y'all. I may have to use the bathroom 3-4 times in the day. But I'm not her. Those are my things. And then it'd be like, Then when you really, I've been
We
on
have
some.
hurt people,
Oh, yes,
uh,
big
yeah,
sister.
thanks
Oh,
for
that's so yeah. So anyway, so I laugh about it. I can do a whole show on dating, and
we
the
need
difference, y'all, don't nobody get mad at me, but there is a difference between dating brothers, Africans, and white people. White men kind of
break it down in the simple
okay.
terms. Give me one thing each of them have in common and one thing they all do differently.
Only they have in common they all posted a file. No,
Okay.
yeah, that's serious.
Okay, so that's one thing.
That's it.
So what's one thing? What's one thing that African men do that other men don't do?
African men
Good,
say
one good and bad.
no. Bad thing they do is say they love you, never fucking know you.
Okay.
And they send your text message. Say, hello, I see your profile. You are so beautiful. I love you. Nigga, you don't even know me. Hakeem, what the fuck? You don't know me. Okay, that's one.
That's one bad thing. Now, what's one good thing they do? But you dated a few
Posted
Africans.
their profile.
I'm not okay.
No, I'm an
Okay.
Africans for me. I know they shit down. I'm like, I don't want to y'all. Y'all very arrogant. Y'all think y'all attached to us, but you're not. If your country was so great, you should have stayed there. Why you come over here to this shit? We talk about racism. We can do that. We built this motherfucker. You don't like racism, you go back to your home, live in your hut, and eat out whatever. You don't have to be here with me.
Okay.
You don't get, even though you go to college and school and shit. You ain't over here on welfare. Y'all work. Yeah, y'all work. But y'all too. I want that woman. You can't disagree with these motherfuckers. You make me feel some way. Nigga, get out of here because I have an opinion. Motherfucker, I'm not. No. Don't start. I'm telling you. I can do a whole show on this shit. Okay.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna have.
Okay.
We're gonna do a little segment. It's gonna be.
Oh, somebody said sometimes your glasses.
Where you at?
I'm over here.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
sometimes men want the city or don't want to be. Yeah.
That's it.
And I got different, but they
And you know the
I
crazy
don't breastfeed.
and the crazy part is, men talk that shit. They dick is so small.
Okay.
I'll be like, if you don't stop talking shit, I'm gonna report you to the little dick committee because this is bad. Stop talking shit.
Okay.
They didn't want you to fuck. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's
Sorry.
get that.
I got lost.
So what's one thing that white people do that black men don't do? One good thing and one negative thing.
They really tried it because it's gonna be white. Let's be honest. We're in the middle of the white people came in and motherfucker. Let's just be honest. But what they do is they put all for what you see. They tell you all the shit they're really looking for. Like, I'm retired, I'm this.
They tell you all the benefits.
Yes. They give you the benefits. That's the way it is.
Uh-huh.
They give you the benefits. And then when they get down to the woman part, they'll say, I need somebody that's friendly, nice. They be a little soft shit. You know what I mean?
Now, what's something negative that they do that you don't like?
They got dogs. Oh, seriously, they're trying to check you out because I'm cultural looking. You know what I mean? They want to make sure you like white people. I'll be like, nigga, you got to go white safety check with me.
What does that look like when you say that?
All white people. No, all white people are bad. White people, they have to check safety before they go to work. That's why they run it. They be like, I don't know if we can trust this nigga. Like, we got to give him some tests. Like, in our conversation.
I got you.
I don't even, you know what I mean?
You know some things to see how she's gonna respond.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did black Americans. One negative and one positive.
I'm from North Philadelphia. Like, I've been around niggas. I've been around. I think a lot of women are just taking, like, so they marry, maybe they do, they're trying to like get themselves together. I want them to take time to get this. Don't no relationships until you get to divorce, she died or whatever. So there's one side I'm on. I was going to do a show. Once everything on this like, oh wait, for accident. Click. Because it can't be 10 minutes.
Okay, so would you say they start off with
some sad
some
story.
type of trauma or
Yes.
something sad?
Yes.
So you get some empathy.
Absolutely.
Empathy.
This is
Okay,
why
so
it's
what's some good?
Ooh, this is
Y'all
hard.
have
That
any
sounds fucked up.
cultural similarities or anything?
Okay,
Because there
like,
was somebody
I'll
you was
give
dating
you
that you was
Yeah. Oh, look. Yeah. Okay, hold on. The only thing with this person, that's all it is. Sometimes niggas will date you knowing they can't. This person got sick. I was there through the through the back, whatever. And then it's like, yeah, this is kind of one side. I think you just need to be your friend. We friends still, right? But you can't be my man because you can't do certain shit that I need my man to do. And I'm still helping.
So they want you to put yourself on hold.
No, they just didn't say that. They were, you know how niggas would just take shit until you say something like, niggas ain't worth it.
I'm the punished. You took everything from me.
Yes, and I know you was, but I was like, I'm not gonna get there. So I think you go there, you're walking, God bless you. If you need anything, call. Because I'm okay. You know what I mean? If you're a brother in the movement and all of that shit, Muslim, all that, yeah, you go get yourself a Muslim nigga, because I'm not built like that. I'm a black woman. I always get these things from the king for something. I don't know what this is. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's the same message. And so I went on a date with him. We went to a concert. It was cool. And,
He blocked on here.
yeah, okay. And the second time, we was getting ready to go on a second date. No, we went on 2 dates. First date was nice, but the third one, I cussed this fool out so bad on the phone. Because everything, when you have a difference of opinion.
Let me ask you this. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, but difference of opinion. Hold on. They can get mad like you're not supposed to say, well, I didn't see you.
Okay, so question. Okay, so I went on 2 dates.
Yeah.
What happened before the third date that made you cuss him out?
A phone call.
Okay. Well,
we're on a phone call and we're talking about, it wasn't even politics. This person tried to say that I'm too hard on black man, and I said, dude, let me tell you something. Your ass is almost 60. My ass is 53. At the time I was 53.
Yeah.
If you can't deal with your shortcomings, because when people say shit about black women,
still 53?
at the time I was 53, now I'm 54.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So my thing is, when I hear men talk about women, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's horrible. Some things do be like that. You know what I said? I said something. I say same thing to him. I said something like, but he don't understand. You know, the men go. Let me tell you something.
He thought you were too hard on black men, but you couldn't get black women grace.
And so what happened? Let me tell you, Umar Johnson. So I said, I don't really know Umar, but I feel like, because I was trying to say, I feel like there's something wrong with black people just trust this man. Send money. I send money to my community, the national stuff I know about. And he was like, nah. And he just started going off about Umar Johnson. I said, do you know this motherfucker? And so what happened, that part of Rolanda was like, what the nigga, what?
You was sitting up in the area and he walked out that, what?
Yeah. But my thing is, I said, you are jealous of other men you don't know. This is a black man. You just got finished telling me I'm too hard, but too hard on this dude because you mad because he got pussy and money for black people and you upset about it. And a gift the gas, and he tall, and he dark skinned. You probably think he should have taken. You all trying to make those scores for him. And you know, I just keep getting these niggas on Social Security. I can get these niggas on disability. I'm like, are all the black men over 50 fucked up? Like, come on, y'all. Help me out. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? So, anyhow, y'all forgive me because, you know, I'm a little bit, but I just like, nigga. Like, it's just, and then I have to tell kids, like, okay, let me tell you the things you want to look for. I still got, I can say, y'all better find somebody right here in the 20s, 30s, but you get 50, the picking gonna be broke down. You gotta get about the mama. Of course, none of this shit is their fault. None of it.
A lot of them want to still down.
Yeah, I think some of y'all go ahead and say I'm gay, and I can probably be your friend is gay man. I'll take it. But sometimes y'all do it. I test men when I talk to them. Y'all don't be mad at me. But sometimes I'll be talking to a dude. And it's the door. It's shut and stuff like that. I hear that in my room. The doors is open. We gotta. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Sometimes it's just, you know, I'm talking to a dude, whatever, and then he be trying to get sexual, and I say, like, you gonna let me touch you? Oh my God. And if the nigga don't say that, I'll be like, yeah. I can't. Because most people like, everybody touch my ass. You know what I mean? But if he be like, what you know, like, you know, whatever's gonna please you. Me penetrate your booty does not please me. It that's my one. So I'm, you know, I'm a little touched if somebody got comments over here. Right
oh God, you two are funny and real. I need to follow you both.
Please do.
Please, sick and tired. I like your name because I'm sick and tired of some stuff.
So it's the dating pool though. Nobody ain't never been on no bad dates.
I'm so glad I've been on a bad date where I left the guy in the restaurant, but that's me. I've been there for you. But he was, I didn't when I. You know how somebody try to, you be good for my content. Talk on the phone, good day. That was he talk on the phone before the internet stuff. We got in that restaurant and he couldn't really. He was eating sloppy and food was coming. I saw I was walking back from my left. Yeah. So
well, you know about that.
Yes, I've been with my man for years. Thank God I'm running the day.
I had a good day, but I know. I hate to say it like that. It probably could have been that bad. But I was like, I'm a good black man, and I do all of this black shit, right? But sometimes kings don't appreciate that shit because sometimes they be a little jealous. But what about me, nigga?
Well, a lot of men, and I don't really date black men, I'm my race, but a lot of black men run off the ego, and that's where they get fucked up because I can't sit and stroke your ego. There's other things I like to do. I cannot sit and make sure I can't call you. I can't stroke your ego. That's why I'm glad my husband walks in his manhood and he's so fine. Nice. You know, he's really chill. People know he's so far. No, he's a man. But behind closed doors, we have conversations. If I'm disrespectful, we talk behind closed doors. He will never loud talk in front of nobody. Right. But man, you could then you have men who try to check you in front of a lot of black men, particularly, that's all I have experience with. Their egos be out whack. I think their egos be out. Do you find egos exist in all men? I admit in relationships with other people. My issue with black men, or not issue, but my experience has been from when I was young to then. Like I was watching black men, but yeah, so anyway, so you know, like that's part of it, right? But I found, like, for instance, it was a part of my life in my 30s. One day I'm gonna write a real book. Y'all gonna be like, this nigga, but y'all gonna understand it because I appreciate it. I remember dating some other. Hey, Tasha Robinson. Hey, Tasha.
Sorry. So I remember dating somebody from my 30s.
I saw your brother in church on Sunday. Go ahead.
I remember dating. I mean, just doing a little dates. I remember I got with this one like Latino dude, and we dated for a little bit. It wasn't that long, maybe like month. We started getting a little close, and then one time we started kicking. The shit out. I was just,
I'm not dealing with.
No, I fell the fuck out laughing. I said, God, I said, nigga, I'm not gonna get it. It just was like, and then they're like, rah, like not all Latino men, the one I talk. Even when I was in Cuba, and I was talking to some black people, those men were the same way, rah. You know what I mean? Like just, and so you know, I just think sometimes I think also the way I look. I feel like sometimes in our community, we have to put something in over like. I think sometimes in our community, when you look a certain way, or a certain way, people have preconceived notions about who they think you are.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not your mama, I'm not your auntie, I'm not your baby mama. I don't want you to. You ain't never dropping shit at me. I'm really clear. Like I expected one time in my life, and they didn't make it, but I was so grateful with the father, and he would have been great because he's a great father already. So, and he took his father seriously. Like he stayed connected. Maybe his children are wrong, but I'm just saying. I look at all of that. If I'm dating a dude, he want to tell you about all the time. Like I was dating one dude, African, highly educated, 2 PhDs. Why the fuck you need 2 PhDs? You only need one. You know, just was married twice and got robbed by his wives and shit. And he would always tell me how bad they were. But the more I started to know this dude, yeah, I broke up with this nigga like 5 times. Like, and the nigga said, you keep picking up with me. Yeah,
fired me.
Yeah, I fired. He said, I hear his terms, you fired me. Like, yeah, but you make a you make a motherfucker. I can see why the women stole from your ass. You were no serious because he is so he's almost like a child. Then he want to tell me, well, when I was growing up, nigga, you're damn near 70. What the fuck do I? You know what?
So you're saying maturity doesn't always come with age.
Hell no.
Okay.
Then it was like, then I don't want to hear about your child mama. I don't want to hear about them. God bless them. I don't want to hear about it. It's just so irritating. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'll be really trying to be like, you know, it's just irritating. And so dating for me, I could write a book. I've had some good ones.
Are you still open to dating?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so one of the things, I'm an online dater. So I went on to a couple of sites. I wish I could just share with some of the shit people do right so y'all can fall out laughing. I always get motherfuckers from the Gambia. I'm like, these motherfuckers must don't have nothing to do.
Tasha said, Londa is crazy, Tasha.
No, for real. But I give people, that's how I use my chat to like respond, like, hey, thank you for reaching out. But I can't stand when people like, you can tell that they're reading a prompt. They're like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Can I get to know you? No, you can't. Who the fuck are you? Like sometimes I understand why. I'm trying to be nice. I also think there's a lot of lonely men out there, but I don't feel like dealing with lonely motherfuckers. I don't want to do that shit. But I've had some experiences where I was like, geez, yeah. I don't want to hear about your ex-baby mama. I don't want to hear about your mama. I don't want to hear about females today. I don't want to hear about you being a soaky nigga. Nobody's picking sucky niggas no more. Now you feel like I'm picking women. I just don't want to hear that shit because I hear that a lot from men. But these women, they want too much. They're supposed to want a lot.
Yeah. A lot of these men now, I don't date, but just from what I hear, they want a woman with no expectations in this.
Absolutely. They want no expectation. Number 572-345. You know, Man TV. I could do a whole show on dating. I swear to God. And here's the thing: if you belong to something and y'all have these rules for dating and courtship and all that, right? I think that's awesome. Communities can do that. It's hard to practice that shit in the real world because niggas don't even know what courting mean. They don't know what dating mean. They don't know. Like one dude, he's pretty cool. I met his daughter. She's a middle school girl. And I'm so cool with him. And so he's so this how I know. I said, pretty cool. We ain't going nowhere yet. He got his own spot. He got his own car. I love all that. He got a job. You know, he's really.
What's so sad that you even have to say that, and this is when the man got my own spot. I would hope so. You're an adult. I get it, but I'm just saying.
It's like, I'm renting this room. I'm building my life. Okay, build your life up. Get your shit together. Then start dating. What is you telling me you build your life up for? I don't give a fuck about your life. Like, are you? No, for real, because I've had y'all. If I tell you some of the niggas that I've met, I was like, how the fuck did I get here? And how can I use this shit for no, like get your shit together. So you know, he was really cool, like the dude, he's hella cool friend. But I hadn't like heard from him or whatever. I was going to what he do? He would send me like you know, like little clips like good morning, whatever. Okay, that's cool. Good morning back. Okay, that's cool. Then he finally called me. I didn't call him right back, so they don't let call me. And I said, hey, what's up with you? You know, he said, I wanted to know why I haven't been calling you. I said, he said, no, I had some things going on. I had to get some shit together and I didn't want to burn you. I said, I thank you for being a real fucking man and not telling your business. He said, no, for real. I said, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let him know, like, I want to give you a pat on the back because I don't want to fuck. I didn't go, what happened? None of that shit. You ain't get none of that. Nigga, I'm grown. Plus, the other thing, because I'm a woman who can do by myself, I don't need no kid. I don't have any children. I don't want no grown children. I don't want no niggas in movements. Like, we gonna do the movement. You can't get a fucking job. Oh, I definitely want to like that. That's like, I see you coming, I'm gonna start going like, get the fuck back. Like, no. I don't give a fuck about black movements. I don't give a fuck about, I was down with the, go ahead.
I'm not dealing with you. Woo.
Shit.
That part, these women better have expectations.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. We're hurt. See, I keep trying to find one of the dudes like this, but I ain't found him yet. He come in and give us ice so our waters can stay cold because it's 90 degrees outside. I think what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm a father. He's from LA, so he from Louisiana. It's that southern. He's from Louisiana. He a Gullah Geechee descendant. Let's put it like that. Look like a Gullah child. And chocolate.
I take glass again.
If you know what, go ahead and put that in there.
You can't fit them on the
Okay, but go ahead. He's so cute. Oh, he say the thing. All right, I love it though. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, Jesus. So it's kind of like it's just, and every time I think, oh, this person's name is, let's just say, I don't know, Muhammad. I can't say that's close.
Oh, okay. I don't even know his name.
Yeah. But it's kind of like they could be.
That's the brother that came in the press. I said,
okay, Chi, right? And you be like, oh my God, the person knows knowledge of stuff. You know some stuff.
Sometimes that's a trap.
Girl. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. How old are you?
I just watched, speaking of Pop the Balloon, Dottie sent the episode to watch it. The man said he's a serial entrepreneur, but he could not name one thing. He was an entrepreneur. And they was like, pop, 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 pop. That's what I want to say. Because people throw that word around like, you know, I'm Indian. You know, everybody wants to be Indian. I'm Indian. Native American. They throw away the entrepreneur like that. Okay, let me see. I can't. That part, you want better appreciation? That's all right about.
Appreciate that. Okay. So, yeah. So, anyway.
Well, I miss you too, Tasha.
I know, we miss you too. How your daughter doing? Okay, right. Okay, so that's it. The dating thing, I could do a whole show on the dating. There's a couple. I'm on Black Mingle.
And sometimes like I'll get her phone and go through her little
that's
profile, and I'll be like, oh my God, this hilarious. The pictures they pick are horrible.
And Black Men is another thing.
I would never put
that's another thing. Somebody said Jesus only. Look, the other thing is that you're right. The pictures, they be looking like serial killers, like they'll rob you, they'll murder you, they'll rape you. They look like they ain't seen them. They just look like they be like this. I'm looking for no one with drama, and the nigga be like this. You look so friendly.
I just said, girl,
it's horrible. In California, I don't know how this cross country, California, Northern California. Jesus Christ. And then sometimes you get a square nigga talking about, I don't really dated black girls. Block! I don't even get a response from it. I just block the nigga. I don't look at the whole comment right there. I don't want to deal with that shit. I just don't look. Keep on dating white girls. We want you to stay over there.
And thank you to them.
And thank you very much. I'm like, this is my glass. Block that nigga right now. So anyway, that's the thing. I tell you, that could be a whole show. I don't know how you can show a person's profile. That's even possible. But if y'all see, it's just one thing. Every day I get over, I have like 20 people like trying to holler at me, and I'll be like, this is good. I'm like, I can't even. And then when this how you know a nigga a foreigner. Because sometimes there be white men on some like Siberia. Like, why the fuck I dated you? Nigga, you from Siberia. Y'all can't even get the fuck out of there. How you get internet? They say, do you have what's up? Block. I don't think nobody that's outside the country. I mean, that keep respond to. If they outside the country,
we're gonna have to do a show y'all about that because I think this is an interesting topic. Very comical. Just watching the sidelines how they fight for you.
It is hilarious.
But yeah, we just was checking in with y'all. We just was checking in. A mother of three. Oh, she's a mother of three.
Oh, are you happy to be a grandma? I wish I had some. She said, I'm dying. No, this dating thing, let me tell you something. I gotta figure out how to do a show on dating. I don't know how that's going, but and then I have like I don't date people outside the country. Even though I'm really tight with a guy in Ghana because I met him in Ghana and he hella cool. He really could take you out there. So we're still good friends. I'm like, who do you date? Like, we talk like that. But it ain't in me, y'all. Like I should have went in on a bit of you.
We're gonna figure something out. We're gonna figure something out. Even if we recap some dates I think that if you go on a date and kind of recap it, I think that would be a little bit fun.
You did what you and Dottie did what I wanted to find.
Nothing.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And we went to a party. That's where I lost them at because they started the party with the people who houses. And take black people nowhere.
Okay. Anyway,
thank y'all for about to get up out of here.
We appreciate you watching. Tasha is good. Hearing from you, acting with your beautiful self.
Yes, and anybody who shared, thank you so much for sharing. Share us with your friends, y'all. We like to talk about all kinds of topics. If you open for good discussion and black folks talking, come on, chime in. Like we need to be able to talk and have difference of opinions. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. Oh yes, yeah, we do. You know this girl over here. Yeah. So, all right, y'all. Anyway, we about to do
probably the Valentine balloons are still in.
Yeah, they
so
are.
You guys do something special for yourself on purpose because you deserve it. We'll holler at y'all.
Y'all thought somebody was coming to the back door. Some damn alone. And I really was feeling myself in there. I am.